We're looking for a mic check.
Mic check.
First name Mike, second name check. Check Mike.
Michael.
That would be actually pretty funny. I'm pretty sure that's someone's name somewhere in this world.
We're looking for a Michael check.
Every time he goes to a comedy show, it's like, Mike check. That's me, Mike check.
Mike check.
We're looking.
Sorry.
We're looking for a mic check. That's all we're looking for here.
Mike check.
Also some fucking levels. I think Lambert is sounding a bit boomier now. How do you sound, Birdie?
I'm back again.
Back again. Still
Hey,
sounding like a piece of shit.
Yeah,
Like
Well,
you
you
just
know.
woke up.
always.
Yeah. And
At least I'm
Lambert,
consistent.
compared to Lambert,
Sleepless Brody.
no, Lambert's actually okay. If I could just maybe turn down everyone
Oh
a
yeah,
little
just
bit.
tickle me a little bit right
Just,
there. Yeah.
touch my little fuzzy spot there.
Oh yeah. One finger in the booty. Ooh yeah.
Give me a little bit more than bass notes, those baritones.
We gotta go deeper.
Oh my god. Oh, you disgusting son of a bitch.
Michael check. Michael check.
This is a final boarding call for Michael Check. Check Mike.
Michael Check has left the
We
building.
got a first name Mike, second name Check. If you could just report to gate 13, your flight is now boarding. Thank you. I think we can start the show. So,
Yeah.
welcome to the Big Dick Players podcast.
Oh.
Yeah, this episode is sponsored by no one. So,
It's sponsored
Dedicated
by
to Michael check.
every
though.
airline in the industry.
you know, I've been editing some of the old episodes, and we did that. I just edited the one where we did the commercial, where we put some Birdie
Oh, yeah,
time.
that's awesome. We need another one of those.
Yeah, we need to get more of those because
Brody, you got to work on something.
I was fucking, I was giggling
That's why I
while I
got
was editing that one.
these headphones.
Yeah. But yeah, that's nice stuff. Some good commercial space available for anyone that's interested.
Yeah.
I've been working on my movie trailers, if that's anything.
Oh, that's awesome too.
You have movie trailers?
Apparently he does.
They're all on my phone though.
He's not the right. Oh, you should have your phone on you. Everyone has their phone on them.
Oh, it's over there though.
Oh, fucking A.
Got
Before the show is over, you guys are getting a treat. A movie trailer. What type of movies?
Well, I just have one generic one that I use as my.
I'm pretty sure I've heard it on the pod before. You know, in a world of unimaginary
Ah,
horror.
okay, it's like the old school guy. Whatever
Yeah.
happened to that guy, anyways?
He died.
Have we? Oh, I was gonna ask a question, but okay, he fucking died.
He's dead.
Rest in peace.
He's dead.
Movie guy.
And now there's only one room, one opportunity.
Do you think like trailers evolved before he died, or did he die and then everyone's just like panic, like shit? What do we do now? Shit! Oh my god, he's dead. What do we do? You know, like
we can't have movies
we can't,
anymore.
We can't. No, like it's like we can't replace this guy. Like we got to do something else.
It really,
He was the pioneer of that sound.
The whole movie.
Or actually, just thought of something fucking funny. What if this motherfucker had like his voice or his style copyrighted? You know, so no one else could like do it after he died.
Can you
or-
copyright
I think
a
so.
voice? You know, I don't know
I think you can, cause like
how.
it's like a fine
How do you-
line, cause like it's your thing, so you can't have like anyone like reproduce it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Cause like that's it's your intellectual property.
Well, there's people that sing and they sound like other artists, and they're not getting sued for that.
Yeah, I'm sure someone tried to sue them at some point.
It's
No.
tough legal questions.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
in the music industry, my knowledge is it's a little bit hazy these days because I haven't really been. I'm not up to scratch. But from my memory, you
Which
know,
is also a little hazy.
which is also a little hazy. Anyway,
Sean's on the stuff.
Yeah.
I'll leave that up to you to decide what stuff that is.
It's all very, very hazy.
He's an avid user of the stuff.
so the stuff is good,
Yeah.
and
If you want to buy some stuff, contact your local stuff guy.
all right, I think we need to talk about the stuff and referring it to as the stuff. We
Yeah.
should just say blank.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
You know. This is 2019.
We need a movie trailer of blank.
In a world of blank,
Where blank can blank you blank.
where only one blank can blank the rest of the blanks.
Somehow that sounded racist.
It's just censored. It's so censored that they can't actually show any of the trailer.
You just get like glimpse of like light flashing.
Blank,
Someone
blank,
gets like
blank.
like an epileptic seizure or some shit. Like, oh fuck,
Oh, we did.
that blanked me out.
I just got blanked.
Well, actually, you can get blanked. Blanking someone is when you walk down the street and you see them and then you just turn your head the other way and
Actually,
pretend you
that's
don't.
the thing.
That's
Oh,
called
okay.
blanking.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever blanked someone?
No, I try to
pretty nice
hide. I try to hide from people when I see them in public. Like, shit, cross the road.
He's hid behind a tree.
I've
Oh my
blanked,
God.
I've
They didn't
blanked
see
a
me.
few people.
I hate seeing people I know in public when it's not organized.
Yeah, once I saw like
I'm like, I'm caught off guard. I'm in the middle of something. I'm probably sweating and don't know what to say because I'm not really awake or something. And then, yeah, I just,
If you're outside, you're going somewhere,
Yeah.
and that's what's on your mind. It's like you're going to work.
I
You're
don't
going
need
to the
to stop and
store.
chat, you know.
But you know
as
what's
well.
the funniest shit ever? Like a friend, her neighbor was like they were both walking home. Let's
Man,
say
we got to turn the fridge off.
okay, we'll do that in a second. I got a fucking story to tell, bitch. I'll just continue.
Continue the story. It's fine.
It's my time. It's my
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
time. Yeah. So it's very awkward when someone's trying to blank someone and then the other person's actually like wanting to talk to the one
Actively.
person. Yeah.
The opposite of blank.
So this was a scenario. A friend and her neighbor were walking home, and they were like 300 meters away from the door, and the neighbor, let's give her a name, Sarah, and Sarah was like 200 meters away, whereas my friend was 300 meters away. And my friend saw Sarah, and she was like, "Fuck, I don't want to talk to this bitch." So I'm gonna walk slow. But then the neighbor was like, well, Sarah was like, "I want to talk to this bitch." So I'm gonna walk slow and pretend like, hoping she would catch up. So it was just like a stagger of a walk between two people, and then one trying to like not like catch the other. And then in the end, my friend was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna walk really quick and get by her and open the door." And then as she walks by her, Sarah just starts walking at the same pace, and then she's like, "Oh, hi, I didn't see you there." And then they proceeded into the fucking weird conversation that my friend was trying to avoid. But yeah, I was laughing my ass off when I
Spiders
heard this whole
caught a
thing.
little fly.
Yeah. It was just like, oh man, you just wasted an extra 10 minutes of your time because you did that whole stagger. It was one of those.
I can just picture it.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
two, like, trying to match, like, steps. Like,
Yeah. It's like, if I walk at 2 miles an hour or kilometers, wherever you're from, and she walks at 2.1, I'll get there shortly after her.
let X represent the distance
Yeah.
between the two.
You could never
I
do
have
math
to
before.
jump in here and say that, like, I can't follow.
Oh, okay. So you're like,
You're gonna have to go and tell the
oh,
whole
sorry, man.
story
No,
again.
you gotta. When this pod comes out, you're gonna have to listen to that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You better like
That's
and
the-
subscribe.
Yeah, you
it's
better.
fine.
get
I
the
just
end of that
I
one.
cut out all the bits that I don't understand.
He's gonna have to listen to this a few times. He'll get
Yeah.
the story.
It's very intricate.
Yeah.
This episode actually starts at the end of the episode
story.
and it goes backwards.
Yeah.
It's like some kind of irreversible.
It's like even what time period was it when it was like, oh, you play like the tapes backwards and it's like, oh, this is devil's music. You can hear
That
it.
was
Like
the
60s
70s.
or
Was it the
70s.
70s? Oh, okay. Felt like that was like 90s or some shit.
Yeah, they've been doing it
just
since.
repeated
but
itself.
Hidden messages, backward messages.
Ah,
It's
okay,
like
okay.
this. Come on, man! Like, have you heard the Stairway to Heaven one?
No, I haven't heard.
That's ridiculous. It's like the song Stairway to Heaven
Yeah.
is, if you play it backwards, there's a part where he says,
Stairway to hell.
This time I thought it was Stairway to Heaven. It was actually Stairway to Hell.
no, he mentioned something like 666
Oh god,
and
get out of here. These fucking people.
something Satan. But you listen to it and it's like 666 Satan.
Yeah.
And you're just like, come on, you could actually, you could take that however the fuck you want to take it.
Or if someone didn't even say it to you, you probably wouldn't even know that they said that. That's what it sounded like. You probably thought.
And
you don't hear it unless someone tells you what it is.
And also, like, have you ever written something and intentionally thinking that you're gonna play it backwards to have a subliminal message played in it, and then write just one of the greatest rock and roll songs of all time, and then manage to somehow put some cryptic code?
Hey man, that's genius right there.
That would bring them to like next level.
Yeah.
All that would improve is that not that they're satanic, worshippers, that they're more just geniuses that are on another level.
We were trying to recruit kids for the Dark Lord. Ended up writing a great song. So
and it sounds great backwards as well.
Yeah.
If you play this pod backwards, it's just us saying go. Go.
It gets really it's very weird.
Yeah, I don't know why it does that every episode.
Yeah.
Go.
Someone's gonna go repeat like and then it just ends up gay.
That's awesome, man. We got to play our pods backwards.
Yeah.
I mean, we just actively tell people to hail Satan. You don't even need to put it backwards.
No, we've already talked about this. We don't hail anything in Germany anymore.
Oh yeah, fuck.
It's too awkward. Just let the bus go by.
Yeah.
Just wave to Satan.
Like, fuck it,
just wave to him.
I'll grab the next one. I'll be here soon, anyways.
Hail bus here. Like, fuck, I can't do that.
Oh man.
Put a leg out or
Give
something.
the bus a low wave. That's what the sign should say.
Just jazz hands for bus. Hello.
Hello, my baby.
Hello, my friend. You just start dancing right at the bus stop. What is wrong with this guy? Is he homeless?
Yeah.
Does he need help? Is he happy? He's blank.
He's blank.
And he is very blank. Yeah. That's...
He's
Honey,
on.
cover your eyes. I don't want you to see the blank. Is that worse when you your mind makes up what's
so.
actually happened?
Yeah, I think
I
so.
feel like women do this a lot. They just kind of. I'm sorry to just genderify.
That's a bit blank, Sean.
Yeah, that's a bit blank.
Very
I find
blank.
I
Very
find
blank.
that blanks do this all the time.
That's how you know what kind of person you are. When you fill in the blank,
Yeah.
and you're like, that's fucked up. And then you're like, oh my God, I'm fucked up.
That's filling in the blanks is like, it could be anything. It's like your phone died, and then all of a sudden for 3 hours, your girlfriend's going, he's cheating on me. he's doing something secretive, but he's gonna do. He's probably just.
He's blank and blank.
Going
I
to
know
a
it.
strip club, just covered in
It just goes
pussy.
to like the worst place ever. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
you're just like walking down the street or some stupid shit.
Yeah,
didn't
he was
even
like,
know.
shit, I
Like,
didn't
oh,
even know my phone died.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Or, I don't know, just being a dude.
I was like, oh, I missed the bus. Oh, fuck it, I'll grab another beer.
Yeah. You've been drinking.
And fucking other women. I know it.
I can smell the pussy on you.
I've been gone for an hour. It's late. I couldn't hail a bus.
It's like, why don't you take a cab? I got no money. I bought a lot of beer. Fuck.
I don't have money anymore.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, speaking of blanks and filling in the blanks, you remember when you were like younger as a kid and you had to do like the word, like fill in.
Yeah, fill in the blanks.
Fill in the blank.
Yeah.
And you would put something else, which makes sense, but then it wasn't the right word, and they would give it to you wrong. I was always so pissed at this. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? It makes sense. Like you should get at least like a half mark or something." Because the only class that really gave you like half marks was like math classes.
Yeah,
And those were like my favorite because I mean I wasn't the greatest like mathematician, but I could bullshit on a piece of paper for a few points here and there, you know.
You know how to use a calculator.
Oh yeah.
Lambo knows his way around a calculator.
nerd.
Don't you mean blank, bro? We don't use that kind of language around here.
Yeah. You fucking blank.
Whoa,
like,
he's
whoa.
up with the blanks. All right.
It took me a while to lose my blank. Jeez. Don't blank with me, guys.
Yeah.
I'm not shooting blanks here.
Yeah.
Just because I'm blank doesn't mean you can.
Like that's your accent. Just you hating on a blank man. Ooh, blank man gonna take your job. Ooh, you scared now, white man.
You gonna build a blank? Huh? Go ahead and build a blank. I got a blank for that blank.
All the blank brothers out there,
I got you.
respect.
Blanking, blanking, blank, blank, blank.
Someone's got to tell this black guy how to say it, right?
Oh man. Just imagine just filling in. Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's fucking. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I was gonna say that when I was playing in a band,
Yeah.
we used to have to do these like Q&As, question and answer bullshit things.
Yeah.
And one of them was you write questions for like 10 questions for a band in another city.
Okay.
So a band in Sydney did it for us, and then we wrote questions for them. And then anyway, one of the questions was it was all blanks. So we just like the whole story was like,
Whoa.
the blank went down to the blank, and we just left the gaps like you would as a like a child would, you know, and it was like a whole paragraph of this huge epic story of blanks. He went down to the blank, and the blanks got the blanks, and then they went up the hill to see more blanks, and blank, 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 and then basically. They actually did it and filled out and made a whole
awesome.
story out of
That's
it.
awesome.
But we just thought it was funny a funny question. Really.
Oh man.
What the blank, man?
What the blank?
It'd be funny just having it filled out from different generations to see like where their minds are at.
Yeah, this was pretty funny.
Yeah.
They were witty, but our question definitely was wittier. Their questions were shit. How
That's the
long
worst.
have you been a band for? What's your favorite Nintendo game?
Oh yeah, that's
It's
pretty
like
dry.
kind of, I don't know,
Those are
just
terrible questions.
I can't remember the exact ones. I'm just,
Yeah,
they're
but
probably
it's along those lines.
just
where
bland.
You're like, fuck off.
And then we're like just trolling
Get
them.
fucked, blank.
Yeah.
I had
Who said
a
this?
I had a few topics for today as well,
Oh yeah, let's
so we should get
let's
into
talk
those
about some
before
shit before it gets
because
to-
we were all just freestyle riffing before. Now we were off script.
Let's get organized.
Let's get on script.
You blanking blankers.
Yeah.
The first one was it was saying hello to your neighbors, and I was wondering if you guys do that here because
Ah yeah, I think it's
I've been in the building 4 years, and I see similar people, like the same people.
yeah, but you know.
And I just, there's certain people I just know not to say hi to because they don't say hi back, and then this is really awkward.
Okay, that's a bit weird.
Yeah, so
My building, everyone at least gives like a hey.
Okay.
It's like there's nothing
unless
ever
you
like.
got headphones in, you know, if you see someone with headphones, you're like, they're in their
Yeah.
own world.
You just shake
I
your
don't need.
head,
You just,
right?
just
I give
them
like
a
a little.
smile.
I give like a little, like a nod or.
I think a smile's fine.
Yeah.
But I think everyone in our building does at least a acknowledgement.
Okay. I think.
Smile at a girl walking up the stairs when I got my headphones in. I'm like, and she goes, "Oh my god,
He starts
honey,
running
this,
faster.
there's this creep in the stairwell. He smiled at me. I think he was hitting on me." Anyway, there we go, filling in the blanks.
Yeah.
Because
He was
it
trying
seems
to
to be
look up
the recurring thing of this show.
the blank.
The blanks.
It's something blank.
Yeah.
But yeah, in my building, there's some old folks, and they're pretty nice. I don't know their names, but they do like to have conversations, which sometimes can be a bit. You're like
With you.
anyone.
Do they do it in German?
Yeah.
Because they're
Yeah.
older, right?
Yeah, they always do it in German, but
But
just
they're like jolly
find-
Germans.
Yeah, they're really nice people, like
Yeah, yeah.
really super nice, to the point where you're like, you're a bit too nice. I just want to I gotta
Yeah.
pee real bad. Like there are times where like I was coming home and like, you know when the pee is about to come out, where you're like, once you start opening the
Busting.
door,
Yeah.
like and then she just like stopped me, and I was just like, bitch, I gots to go, like
I'm
I
within
would
that little.
have just said it.
You're within
Yeah.
that zone where your body just goes like,
yeah.
hey, I should just piss now. Be like, but I'm 3 meters from the toilet. No,
Yeah.
I always think of it as like you're holding it in the whole way home, and then once you like get through your front door, your bladder or your brain's like,
Says,
right, well,
"Fuck it."
now.
I got you here. It's up to you now. Run. Go. My job's done. You're just gonna pee in your apartment.
Yeah.
So it's like your mind. It's like I don't care about that.
There's been a few times where I've peed like in the huff,
And yeah, I've done that before.
where I'm just
in
like,
the
dude, I
courtyard.
can't. Yeah, like, dude, I can't fucking make it. Like, fuck, it's dark. No one's gonna see shit. Fuck
No.
it.
Yeah, I've done
Yeah.
it once, and then the light came on.
Luckily, the light doesn't work in the back
Yeah.
at our place, so
But
Get away
lucky
with
I
that.
just finished up quick.
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
I mean, fuck, I live in vetting. It's not
Yeah.
that. Wouldn't be the first one to piss in
Yeah,
my
it's-
Hinterhof.
you're probably like cleaning up some of the.
There's like kids down there smoking cigarettes and joints and stuff. Like,
Selling.
I'm just
blanks.
like, oh man, really? You gonna smoke in my? I don't want to be the old man to be like,
Yeah,
get
yeah.
out of here. But
That's when you know you're old. When you get annoyed that other people are doing the same shit that you're doing, but they're younger.
I was more like they're hiding. Like it's not there. They
Yeah.
don't live here
Oh, okay. I thought
because my
they were-
front
I
door
see, I see.
opens.
Yeah.
So they just come in off the street,
yeah,
and it's like a safe place to smoke.
Yeah, without your family.
But
seeing.
luckily, there's no like homeless junkie kind of people around
Oh, they
because
don't know about it yet.
they don't know about it yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the little Turkish kids that want to smoke up, they sure know about it. Yeah, you just go down to this street to
Yeah.
blank street,
1-800 blank a lot, and you can blank all you blanking want. Fuck.
Blankstraße.
Blanks welcome.
Yeah.
There's probably like on the, I don't know, one of these internet sites where you go to look up shit when you go on vacation. It's like if you're underage and you wanna do a little blank, you just go to here and here and here.
It's got
and
great
get your
Yelp
blank on.
reviews.
Yeah, get your blank on.
Well, this podcast is gonna get great Yelp reviews. This is like the whole episode is us just saying blank. I'm gonna count how many times we say it, and then
Just make it. Like,
we'll have a tally, and then we should have a guess of how many
154
times we're gonna say the word.
Blank.
Yeah.
sure. It could be like a drinking game.
It is.
5 minutes in, he died of
Exactly. If you,
alcohol poisoning.
If you get up our website www.bigdickplayers.blank.com.au and you can just scroll down there and play some fun games with us along with the pod.
Yeah. It's called alcohol poisoning.
Yeah.
So grab your cheapest bottle. We recommend Sternies or anything. Just anything that you can find in your house. You can do it with cooking wine. In Australia, we call it goon.
Okay.
You goon? That's
Yeah.
You call cooking wine goon.
Goon, mate.
That's awesome.
It's a goon sack.
It's a goon sack.
I did,
It's a
but-
sack of goon.
Do you
Sack
have
of wine.
Do you have only bottles or you have like the fucking?
It comes in a box with a sack inside.
Okay, I figured. Yeah. That's,
Yeah, no, we do bottles. It's just that's
yeah.
the cheap.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Yeah, that's
we
the
do.
cheap one that you can. Yeah. It's like
the,
cherry juice. Or
What the
something.
kids like
Fruity,
to drink.
Fruity Lexia was the traditional one that you'd
yeah,
get as a kid. Like the saying was, Fruity Lexia makes you sexier. But that was
nice.
always too expensive for me, so I got Fruity Gordo because it would be $13 for 5 liters,
Oh, okay.
which is 40 standard drinks. And when I was in uni,
I like how you did all the blank for it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I worked
Jesus,
out the
man.
proper ratio of sparkling water to Fruity Gordo
Get
to
the
make
fuck outta here.
to make a cider.
Wow.
I called it the poor man's cider,
Bro,
student cider.
Seems like something you would do.
Hey, when you're in
things are
uni with
getting-
no money, you got to work these things out.
It takes me.
This
two
explains
shots.
a lot, Brody,
Takes me
about
2
how
shots and 5 minutes and 20
where you
seconds
are now in your life,
to get drunk.
doing a podcast at my house with all the windows drawn and
I'm sweating profusely.
no fan, no fridge, nothing.
Talking Fruity
Sweating
Gordo.
it out.
Yeah.
But it's not Sweatfest 2019. That was over.
No,
It's
that's
cooled down
that's
a little.
past. Yeah, it might come again because it's midsummer right now. Right?
It is, but hopefully it doesn't land on a pod day.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. So I had another topic that was the one with the fucking neighbors.
Yeah.
The next topic was I went to the lake and I saw a group of liberated feminists, that's what I've written down, jumping off a 5-meter high tree
Oh, that's
into the
awesome.
lake
Were they
naked.
Oh,
Like
that's a good sight.
muff, out and
Yeah.
proud. And I thought that takes balls. and I kind of thought that was
You reckon?
ironic.
Why did you call them liberated feminists?
Well, because they were like muffs
First
out,
of all.
right?
Because they're all like tattooed,
Yeah, just like giant bushes
hairy
everywhere.
under the armpits, hairy legs, hairy muff,
Yeah, that takes. a bit of
and like
balls.
just completely naked walking around the lake and like being
Yeah, but I
very
reckon-
loud and free and like
I reckon if
and
it's
then
a
they
group,
went
it's
up-
much easier.
yeah, it was a
You know
whole
what I
group
mean?
of them.
Yeah, because if
But
it's
they were
like,
jumping off this 5-meter tree. I didn't really care about the whoever
They
they
were-
are
they
or
were
whoever they
liberated.
identify as.
Yeah.
But blank, thank you. And then I was more impressed that they were jumping off a 5-meter tree into a lake naked. Because you know
That's pretty high.
when you're falling 5 meters down and you hit the water, it can be like concrete. And if you've got your junk out, then you know. But I guess women, it's tucked away. It's just their breasts.
Yeah.
They hold their
They
breasts
just
and
hold
then
the
they.
titties and it's
and then
like,
it's
oh,
fine.
It's all good.
They
But for
could
a
get
guy,
water
like
up
you gotta
there,
hold
though.
you gotta hold your
you gotta
dick.
hold your dick because that shit hurts like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
5 meters. It's not too high.
You ever
but
done
it's pretty high.
What's the highest you've done?
Couldn't tell you, man.
What
I've done
about
a
you,
few.
Brady?
I believe it is actually the 5-meter diving board at Adelaide Aquatic Centre.
Well, I didn't ask for the aquatic center, but thank you for that information.
I
gonna
do remember exactly.
I did a 5 was my limit back in Australia, but when one summer here, I think it might have been like the first or second summer, I went up to the 10. I think it was the 10 meter or the 7.5. No, it's got to be the 10. We were like a bunch of us were at the pool,
Yeah.
and they were like, we're getting drunk and like, oh, come on, we're gonna do it. Like, kept climbing up higher and higher, and I was like, fuck, if the girls are gonna do it, I have to do it, you know. And the 2 girls like did it, and then I jumped off, and it was just like you're in the air for so long, and your hands are fucking.
You have time to think.
You have time to think, and then the worst part is you hit the water and it just is like concrete, and your
Yeah.
feet just like smack.
Yeah, that's horrible.
into the water.
You need to know how to, like, you got to like pin dive or you got to
Yeah.
pull in.
Yeah,
the
I mean,
right
I didn't
way.
do it completely flat-footed, but when you're going that fast from that height, it's hard to like get
Yeah.
into the water like a proper dive.
Yeah.
And your
And-
arms want to go out
Yeah,
because
so you-
and then they slap like anything.
Yeah, but also you don't want to pin drop because you probably hit the
the
fucking
bottom
bottom.
of the pool, yeah.
And you go so deep as well,
Yeah,
and then you
yeah,
just want to get air, and it's like this is so unpleasant. Why does anyone do this? The 5 is good.
yeah, 5 is probably
That's
good.
enough for a thrill, but you don't.
probably done.
You're not gonna hurt yourself unless you do a really stupid dive off it.
Yeah.
But
Probably 5, I think, is probably my highest. Because then again, like, I don't know. I'm not a thrill seeker, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to get my blanks off, you know? Gotta keep everything in check, you know?
you know, a real adrenaline junkie.
Yeah. I'm not sponsored by Red Bull. Oh, speaking of Red Bull, we are sponsored now.
Yeah.
Watch
Yeah.
us get sued by Red Bull. You were not sponsored by us.
They were gonna sponsor us, but not now.
The most extreme thing you've done is walk across the street without looking.
Look the wrong way. I hailed a bus once in Germany. Yeah, that's right.
Lost my arm. How'd you lose your arm? It was back in Berlin.
But yeah.
I was hailing a bus.
But you know what's crazy? When you're on the bus, is like the double decker.
No, a left liberalist cut it off while I was hailing. They mistook me for a Nazi. You know, you gotta be careful here.
Oh man. So yeah, was there like any hot ones amongst the group?
Yeah, I mean they were like
In your eyes, because beauty is in the eye of the beholder, of course.
there wasn't any that I would be that were my type. Let's just
okay.
put it that way. But there was definitely
enough.
they weren't all hideous. I don't know, whatever. They were just like
They had boobs, so it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
They also had hair in the places that I'd
You probably shouldn't if you. Yeah. They had blanks.
they had,
I
they
get,
had
I get
blanks.
it. They had blanks.
It really I had a look and then I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
whatever.
I'm good. Yeah. one of those.
So the next topic was, man, I was watching Stranger Things. This is a
Oh,
like
cool.
a bit of a Hollywood
Have you
segment
seen like
of the.
is this the new one? Like,
Yeah.
season 3. Oh, okay, I haven't seen it yet. So.
Fuck me. So basic.
Spoilers.
No, well, I'm not going to put any spoilers, but spoiler alert, it's gay. And no, it's just this one moment. Like the whole series is good, right?
Yeah,
And I watched all 3,
yeah,
and in the last episode, it's building up. Like suspense is just
Yeah.
building up and up and up, and you're like, "Fuck, what's gonna happen?" And it's really quite dark at times. I don't know if
yeah.
you've watched any of it.
I've
It's
seen
kind
1
of
and 2. I haven't seen
got like
3.
aliens and
Yeah.
creatures, and it's like this guy. What's his name? The
Finn.
kid. The kid with the teeth gap.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the curly hair kid.
Yeah, the curly haired kid.
Yeah.
This kid, right at the end, there's a moment where he can save everyone, but he
Yeah.
needs to call his girlfriend and ask her a question because she knows the answer
Yeah.
to it, right? So spoiler alert. This is
Wait, is this
stop
going to
listening.
spoil it for me?
No, it's just a little bit.
Are you willing to take the risk?
I don't know.
Who gives a fuck? I mean,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
funny,
just- yeah.
and it's gonna spark a conversation. I promise. But
He
they build it.
finishes,
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
sparks.
Nothing sparks.
Fuck.
The end. Blank. And
Fuck you.
this kid, he asks his girlfriend, "Oh, can you tell me the answer? I need it. It's to save the world and blah 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 blah." And then she's like, "You got to say the words, you know." He's like, "Oh, not
Oh,
now,
that's annoying.
not now."
Yeah, it's fucking
And then
shit.
she's like, you got to do that thing for me, that one thing."
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Oh, I can't do it." She's like, "Fine, I'm gonna hang up." And then he's like, "Okay." So he starts singing,
yeah.
and then it's like a whole song,
Are
like
you
a
fucking
musical.
kidding? Are you kidding me?
And he starts singing, and she starts singing on the
get
other end
outta
of the
here.
phone, and
Oh,
like
that's so
everyone's
annoying.
listening in, so it's
Yeah.
embarrassing for him.
Yeah.
But he doesn't care because he's saving
Yeah.
the world.
Oh, fuck that.
And I was like, and then it was like the song would end, and she's like, "Okay, so the answer is this. Bye," and then hangs
Yeah,
up the
it's the
phone.
dumbest shit ever.
What just happened?
That's
I was
the
like,
dumbest shit ever.
"What the fuck is this shit?
that's
Am I
the dumbest
watching
shit ever.
Stranger Things the musical?"
Stranger Things crossover high school musical. What the fuck?
Journey
I
stuff
hate when
Fuck,
stuff
am I
like this-
smoking here?
Yeah, I hate when stuff like this. You're on the blank, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate
No,
when
Stranger
stuff like
Things
this
is
happens.
on the blank.
Yeah. It's just like everything's going good, and then they interject with like the most bullshit like thing ever, and you're just like, how is this? What? How? Where? Why?
I didn't see it coming.
Yeah, I guess maybe that's their.
I don't know what they were
what's-
thinking there. Like they were building the suspense. It was like right towards the end of the last 20 minutes of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
show.
And they just
There's a
threw it in
fucking
there.
And
musical.
there's a song.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit in.
Yeah,
Don't worry, man.
I've
Season
watched
four, season 4. It'll all come together.
Don't stop
Yeah.
believing.
Season
Stranger
4,
Things
episode
4.
1. Sean comes back. Pod episode 30. Oh shit, dudes! I want to apologize for episode 14. I talk shit about Stranger Things.
Yeah,
It all
this
makes
is the
sense.
best. Turns out the
know.
monster's killed by musicals.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Understand the blank.
I just hold my hand up and say, "Look, I was wrong. I'm sorry, but you threw that one out of the woods. Like I did not see that coming." And I'm pretty sure I just made up that expression.
Yeah,
Out of the
figuring it
woods.
out.
Throwing something out of the woods. I'm just picturing like something like you're staring into the woods and then
Some guy
something just
camping.
like a spanner comes
Hits
out
you
of
out
the
of
darkness
nowhere.
and smacks you in the head.
Oh shit! I didn't see that coming. What the
Fuck did that?
Oh, look at the serenity. Boom! Spanner to the head. What the fuck? Oh, it came out of the woods.
Really out of the fucking woods.
Yeah.
I watched a series that did that once. It was called Red Oaks or something Oaks.
Yeah, Red Oaks.
And there's like 3 seasons, and then in one episode, the son in like
I've
it's
seen this.
about it's like a
seen it.
drama comedy about
Okay.
a guy that works. Long story short, he's a kid and he works at a golf range or something like that.
It's a tennis thing, like a
Yeah,
tennis
yeah. But it's
country club.
the thing you need to know is it's just a drama comedy,
Okay.
that thing. And then in just one episode, for some unknown reason, the dad and the son switch brains, and now the son's in his dad's body and his dad is in his son's body. And the
Yeah,
whole
there's a
episode
body
goes
switch.
like that. And
And
then
then
it's
they-
like the next episode, nothing's ever mentioned again. That's
Okay.
it.
Yeah,
Just
that's weird.
It's like a whole drama for 3 seasons and then just one episode. Yeah,
I
the
guess
son
they
and
just
the.
needed to like fill some shit in.
I got no idea what they're fucking trying to fill in.
Yeah,
What blank are they fucking filling
That
in?
made more sense than the Stranger
Things,
Things
yeah, okay.
song. Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
I would
What
have
the
accepted.
bloody hell is going
Danger.
on with the Stranger Things and the singing and the dancing? The fucking dancing.
Let's do this. Lord,
Get to the
reckon
fucking point.
There's gonna be a newer season, another season.
Like
Or
Stranger
is that-
Things.
Was
or
that the
something?
end of it? Because these
I don't
kids
know,
are growing
it
up.
felt like it
man.
was the end to
Yeah,
me.
because these kids are growing the fuck up.
Like if they continue it, it's just gonna be the same thing again.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it's like,
Oh no,
I'm
we need
bored,
to
yeah.
make as much money as possible while
well,
kids are kids or. Well,
yeah.
they're
How
like,
old are those kids now? Like 15 or something?
I think 18. Some of them are.
No way.
The youngest one's 16, I think.
That's insane.
Yeah, yeah. But you know, movie
But
magic.
yeah, we
Camera
were
takes off
talking
10
about
years.
Brody's show with the body switch. How the dad goes into the kids.
The
I don't know,
Freaky
they
Friday
switch.
switch.
The
Yeah,
Freaky
yeah.
Friday whole scenario. That thing, I felt like in that show they did it because it was like a whole 80s nostalgic thing.
Is there
the
a
whole-
movie from the 80s that did that?
No idea. We were
There's like
too young.
100 movies that did it.
Yeah, it's true. I think we've talked about this.
Yeah.
The Freaky Friday.
Yeah, yeah.
Switch.
That was Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and
But
Jamie
it just
Lee
seemed
Curtis.
weird for like an 80s throwback
And then
drama comedy to
Maybe
then suddenly.
it was also kind of abstract at times, that show. Like, they were trying to be artistic.
Yeah.
And I reckon they were trying to be like symbolic and be like, oh, they both like saw each other's lives from their perspectives or their own
Yeah.
eyes, and then they became more understanding towards each other. But also,
there was definitely
I don't fucking know, man. Like,
You could definitely say like, oh, it was meant to be like symbolic and
Yeah.
metaphorical but it's like if the whole show had kind of that feel, but it's like he's teaching tennis lessons and then suddenly he switches body for an episode and then that.
well, this is another thing that
This is
fuck.
it's
I was
like
going to say
putting a
that,
musical in Stranger Things.
have you seen that movie? Is it From Dusk Till Dawn?
What the vampire one?
The vampire zombie
Yeah.
movie.
That's
half-
Tarantino, isn't it?
Tarantino's in it.
Yeah.
I don't know if he directed it, but and George Clooney.
Okay.
The first half of that movie is a really good, like, fugitive kidnapper movie. And they're on the road for half the movie, and then they go to this bar in the desert, and then there's fucking zombies everywhere. And I was watching this.
Oh, that's
getting
funny.
good.
Because then it's just like, surprise, motherfucker.
I remember watching this film, and I talked about it. I watched it when I was back in high school, and I
Yeah.
had like a video media
Report, yeah.
teacher. And I was talking to him about it, and he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "What the fuck? What the fuck was that film? Like, it was a really good film, and then it just turned into shit zombie stuff."
Yeah.
And he's like, "That's the first film that did that. They just showed that you could, with film, you can do literally whatever you want."
Yeah.
They just wanted to show you that they have total control of that. It's like a power play.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and you
Motherfucker.
get that shock because people have just
It's so used
see
to one
every they're
shit,
so
yeah.
used to seeing things coming.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then,
you just hit him
yeah.
out with a what was it? What was you saying?
A blank.
It just comes out of the woods,
Yeah,
you know,
you just hit him out of the woods, right?
out of the
It's like a-
woods,
it's like a
straight
spanner-
out of the
it's
woods.
like a spanner out of the woods, you know.
Yeah, like a
For
spanner
real.
out of the woods. Oh, that was another topic. It was like made up sayings. We just do that all the time at work. You know, like, hey, he's not bringing home the mustard.
Yeah, I wonder how some of this shit starts.
I don't know how
if it's
they-
just like random, or even like Chinese proverbs. They're just like, are they really Chinese?
Who?
Like, I don't know.
Chinese people?
Oh, proverbs. Just like, I don't know. A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Shit like that.
Not the sharpest tool in the shed.
Yeah, it's like,
A few sheep short in the top paddock.
what?
Now he's making them up.
Yeah,
Oh,
Pulling
you
them
haven't heard that one before?
that was a Japanese proverb.
Or all those old, like Confucius say, like a man walk through a doorway sideways going to Bangkok.
What?
They're like joke ones you say in primary school.
Okay.
Like, man go to bed with itchy bum, wake up with smelly finger.
Yeah.
Did you not say these things? Why am I always the weird one?
Why? Well, Brody,
There's a reason for this.
the fortune cookies they get in Adelaide are just. They're a little stale. They're like the odd ones that didn't work. Like, send them to Adelaide.
Just in like the factory, like some guy like opens it. Oh, what is this? Oh, that
fuck?
goes
That
in the
doesn't
Adelaide pop.
This goes to Adelaide Pile. This bad, very bad.
Oh my god!
Thought it was good advice.
I can just imagine the shit kids are saying to each other in Adelaide. Just like, oh man, that's fucking funny, Brody. That's funny.
2 shakes of a dog's leg. That's what you're saying.
2 shakes.
of a dog's leg.
Yeah, it means I'll be back soon. I'll be
Okay.
back in 2 shakes of a dog's leg. You
Seems
don't
like-
say that one either.
I don't really say any of these things. My mum probably says more.
Yeah, because she's older and
Yeah. Some of them I don't understand, but most of them, I just don't use them. I normally just
you
say.
just shake your head like, yeah.
I was like, yeah, whatever, blank. Oh, gosh. I had another thing that I wanted to bring up, which was... Okay, get this. On the weekend, I was talking to Nashi in the gutter. We're having some gutter trash talk
I love gutter trash talk.
after work. And we're drinking some beers, and we were just riffing on the idea about how about having a TV show where the main character is a trans person who is dual sexual and becomes a man or woman depending on how it advantages them in any specific situation.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I'm
That's
like,
actually pretty
then you can
awesome.
have a trans main character in a show. And I was like, this
That's
is awesome.
actually fucking
He's like,
awesome.
oh, the line for the girls' toilet's fucking long. Just boom, switch into a guy, like does their
Yeah.
hair differently or something. And just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
all right, changes personalities.
Yeah, that's actually pretty awesome.
Sorry, we're having a girls' night. Yeah. Or just like living 2 different lives.
Yeah.
But that's just who they
that
are.
is actually pretty awesome.
Is that
I
not
feel like it
is
would
that not
be.
insulting? I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I feel like the trans
Fucking
community would be
insulting.
very insulted by like the premise of a show that's like this. But I think it would.
That's what I
actually-
thought as well. But I just
it
thought
would-
the concept was kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And
of
it came
fuckery.
about as like the toilet thing, because it's like, why do trans people want to go to the girls' toilets? The line's so long. I think that was the joke. How do you want to like go there? The line's long. Stay in the guys' toilets.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if you could switch whenever, and then you could
Yeah,
just
because it would
get
take like the body switching thing
Yeah.
up a whole nother level.
But the main thing is like it's not like it is a trans character.
Yeah.
But the main thing is like you're just showing it's a show about the benefits of being a man and the benefits of being a woman, and also the kind of the bad sides of
yeah,
the downfalls of being a woman or being a man.
You use the controversy to get people in, and then you're like,
yeah.
but
Hey man, we gotta pitch this to Netflix.
Dude, I got some good ideas.
Oh,
That's why we're recording this shit.
Oh man, it's blanking awesome.
It's
Oh fuck, man.
well, man, this has been quite a show so far.
Yeah, this is actually I am very intrigued by the idea. If I was rich enough, I would, despite the controversy it will stir up, I would fucking throw some money at it just to
Yeah, well, maybe. Well, we'll see. Maybe like later on, this pod will be
popular enough. So we
popular
can,
enough that people just start being like, "Hey, write us a movie."
Yeah, we can. Or
What-
we
what
just
kind of
make our
ideas
own,
do you got?
We make like a little like YouTube series on the what would you call it?
Ooh, it's got to have one of those names
Yeah,
like
you know,
I don't know,
2 birds, 1 stone.
2 birds, 1 stone.
Has no connection to the fucking film at all. Just like
But it is
Span
one of those
from the
sayings that we
woods.
were talking about before.
Exactly.
These Chinese proverbs. Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't know if anyone will pick it up.
uh,
I've had a few
I doubt
ideas like in the past.
have you ever had an idea that eventually like it became a thing, but someone else famous did it,
I had a
and you're like, "Fuck." I had
Oh
that
no,
idea.
not that. I had. I was gonna say I had a dream that
You had
that
an
I
idea.
that someone took
I
my
had a
one of my
dream.
ideas and then put it on TV, and I was like, and I had this mixed emotion of like, that's my ad, I did it, I
Yeah.
did it. Hey, wait, someone stole from me, like this conflicting.
Yeah.
But I never would have got it out if it wasn't for them stealing it.
yeah.
So now maybe I can sue them. And then this is my dream. Yeah. But I actually have had someone like I'd written a song,
Yeah.
and then a couple of, you know, I don't know, a year or two later, like someone comes out with a song and it's very similar sounding in
Okay.
parts, not like completely. It's
Yeah.
never completely. It'd just be like the same hook or whatever.
Okay.
And you're like, fuck,
Yeah.
should have got this out earlier.
Yeah.
Oh well, fuck it. Where were we going with this?
I don't know. It's just a question.
No, there was something about celebrities and things.
there was
being-
like a story in the news recently about some chick who she wasn't trans. She pretended to be trans to like avoid some controversy, which got her more more heat.
I'm trying to sound shocked.
Yeah, but yeah, it's not that relevant.
There was a trans weightlifter just won gold. New Zealand
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
trans lady, male to female, and
Okay,
it's been like
it's controversial. 'cause,
Yeah,
like,
it's very
you have more
controversial.
testosterone than a regular woman. Blah blah. Blah.
That is a topic that's kind of
well, that's
splitting, because it's like, yeah, you know, it's like a, you know,
What I've
accepting
seen,
of new, you know,
Yeah, it's
of
not-
this, but then it's also, well, their physical bodies are still
Yeah.
kind of,
well, they're trying
quite
to
manly.
make it more like the thing I read on it was they're trying to make it about gender rather than when the trans people are making it about sexual or just not sexual orientation, but just identity,
Yeah.
identifying as a woman. So you
Yeah.
have to have, I think, right now you don't even have to have like all operations. You just have to
Be on the medication.
you
or
be on the
just, like-
medication and maybe like the hormones or whatever. And
Yeah.
then, but you don't have to have. You can still have your balls. So that's got to. I don't know. It's like. It's a tough topic to talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
because you
Seems
don't
like
want to
it.
offend people, but you also want to be fair to
Everyone.
So it's hard, and that's why, you know what? Fuck it, I'm not an athlete.
yeah.
You know,
This is a whole
This is a
episode in your
Yeah.
new Netflix series, right?
yeah,
Oh yeah, it's things you can tackle. You know.
exactly. With this, we got this
Hot
blank.
topics.
Yeah,
We
gotta
don't
get
have a
on
name
this.
for it.
Yeah, we
but-
gotta figure out a
two
name.
birds, one stone. Yeah,
That's the placeholder for now.
that's a placeholder for now. Yeah, but yeah.
If only we didn't use the placeholder of blank. We used the placeholder
So,
of
two
two.
birds, one stone.
What can
Well,
we use as a placeholder?
We'll have
Oh.
Brody work up a trailer or something, and then we'll go from there. You know.
I had I made an ad in my mind. I've never written it down or anything, but I made this ad when I
There's
was
a lot going on in that mind of yours.
yeah.
You have adverts in your mind. That's gotta suck.
No, they're
Trying to
way
think of something.
they're way better than the ones on TV. Trust me.
click to skip. God damn it! I'm just trying to think.
I'm trying to think.
2-minute unskippable ad.
Yeah.
I can hate these mind advertisements. Jesus Christ. The
So yeah, you were saying.
I made this ad in my mind when I was a teenager, and it was for it was for a deodorant,
Okay.
and it involved Hitler.
Yeah, okay.
So I'll just try and do it quickly and okay. Brady's loving this already. It's good. I got a better crowd tonight. It doesn't go down well with the Germans. They didn't find Hitler jokes funny. Okay, so Hitler, it's like 1930, early 30s, and Hitler's in an office,
Prime Hitler.
and he's sweating, and he's just hating something, and he's frustrated, and he's got a pencil, and he throws it at the wall, and he stands up, and he's like, Scheiße! You know, bangs on the table,
Okay.
and then he's sweating, and he kind of goes and smells his armpit, and then like he gets his hand and smells it, like his fingers,
Oh,
and
God.
smells it.
Yeah.
And then as he's doing this, a little like messenger boy comes into the room and he captures, he sees Hitler smelling his own fingers from his armpit.
Okay.
Hitler in this moment, who is extremely embarrassed and doesn't know what to do, is like, he puts out his arm and he's like, oh fuck, I've already fucked up the joke. But he puts it out and he's like, Heil Hitler. And the kid's like, Heil Hitler? And basically what happens is he's put his arm out and smelt it, and then it's so bad that he put it away from him, and it looks like a salute.
I see.
And then it cuts to like, 10 years later, and he's got the whole streets lined with Nazis, and they're all doing the salute. And then it's like the slogan would be "Nothing good comes from smelling bad." Because
That's horrible.
yeah, well, he smells the finger. Well, I've never made it, did I?
I know, but I'm just that's terrible. That's terrible.
Rexona, nothing good came from smelling bad.
I mean, I like the end, the slogan, "Nothing good comes from smelling bad."
I thought he was throwing
But,
his
like-
arms out to like get the other guy to like, no, smell.
Well, it was I fucked it up, but he smells his own fingers and pulls them away from him because he's in disgust.
Yeah.
And then the kid captures him in this exact moment. So anyway, that's one idea I had when I was like 17.
You
Stayed
were
with me.
disturbed.
I told that to a group of
17-year-old.
Germans once, and I didn't get a single
I
laugh.
could see why they would be pissed, or not pissed, but
No,
not
it was
amused.
unfair though, because they were talking about a Hitler commercial before that, and they were talking about the Mercedes one where it like has automatic brakes or something if something jumps
Okay.
in front of the car, and then it
yeah.
goes to the car is like driving through, Austria or whatever in
Yeah.
the early 20th century, and little Adolf Hitler's there, and
Oh,
he
it's like-
walks across the road, and his mum's like, Adolf, and the car just keeps driving and runs over Adolf
Oh,
Hitler,
shit.
and it says like, the car has the slogan's like Mercedes Benz, seize danger before you do. And I'm like, what's the difference with that joke and my joke?
Was that a real one?
that-
No,
That's
it was
fucking-
like a fake online.
Yeah, but that's
thing
fucking
from
awesome.
Mercedes.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, but my one's just as good. It has the same impact. That's all I'm saying. You're using. It's got all the dynamics.
Yeah, no, I agree. There.
I wanted Kendrick to be my Hitler, and I wanted to make this ad.
Nothing good ever came from smelling bad.
That's a pretty good slogan, though. You could probably make a whole.
Yeah, it's a really good slogan. I do agree.
I copyrighted that just for everyone who's listening to the show right now. So don't even fucking
But
try
the
me.
execution, I think,
Yeah.
needs some work.
Well, yeah, obviously it's hot in this room, and. Oh, you mean like
I
just
mean,
the
yeah,
whole idea?
Yeah, but what you could do is like in the reverse, you could put
Come
like
back with a PowerPoint presentation
and,
next
like,
week.
him losing the war, I guess, and then the kid like growing up and then thinking to himself, nothing good ever came from smelling bad.
Well, yeah, it's the Hitler salute. Like that's
Yeah.
how the Hitler salute was formed, because he smelt bad. That's the whole thing. He started a revolution because he smelt
Smelled
bad. Anyway, fuck that guy.
Yeah,
Fuck that guy. You know what I like thinking about?
we got to work on the
If Hitler
the
was
whole,
like
the whole thing.
Yeah, you know who I don't like? Hitler.
you know what?
Call me controversial, but
Yeah. Well, Adolf was. He
I
was a
also
real
heard he
cunt.
smells bad.
What I didn't like about him. Where do I start? Where do I start with the guy? He was just a real rotten guy, a real rotten apple.
The more I hear about him, the less I like him.
You know what? I came here, didn't know anything about this guy, and to tell you what,
Yeah,
he's done some pretty terrible things.
I heard he's not even from around here.
he's an immigrant.
He used to live up the road, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
God damn it.
I like to picture him, as if he didn't kill himself in the bunker, you would hope that he would try and get put back into society at a job that he hates, and that would be his punishment, rather than, I know that they would execute him in real
Yeah,
life,
Just make
if they
him work
caught
at
him.
the Auslander
But it would just be fun. Exactly.
I'm going to get my visa. The guy's a real fucking Hitler.
And I just feel like that's such a more suitable, punishment for such a big guy. He's like, they're gonna kill me, they're gonna torture me, and you're like, okay, Hitler, you're up trial. 6 million Jews you've killed here, and all this. Okay, you're sentenced to being a traffic controller for the rest of your life.
Without pay.
Yeah, without pay. And then it's just all these cars beeping at him. Beep, 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 beep. He's like, fuck, go, guy. 9, out.
No one listens to him.
Yeah. The Auslander Behörder is even better, though.
Yeah, that's an equally.
I think that's, I mean, just from the people I've experienced there,
I've actually had
Some of
nothing
them-
but
some
good
of them
experience.
Really?
Yeah.
With the Outlander guys.
Yeah, they've been quite nice to me. I mean, like
It's hit and miss.
yeah, like the whole
Depends who
system
you
I
get.
think needs like a bit of reworking, but I've just had good experiences, so I can't
Someday-
knock on them.
Someday you get a nice person. Someday you get Hitler.
Yeah, I've had just nice people, but the system in general, I think, is a bit. But I guess it's
Down with the system.
yeah, it's with most places. You know, if shit's working or seems to be working, you're like, fuck it. Yeah,
System of the Down
Fuck it.
syndrome. Oh man, my ears are getting real warm.
oh yeah, that's the downside of having over ear headphones,
Mm.
where like you need like that little moment of fresh air to come through.
Yeah, well, there's zero fresh air in this apartment right now.
Yeah.
We are literally in our own filth right now, people.
Where's that Hitler deodorant you got?
Guess nothing good ever came from smelling bad.
Hitler deodorant. Oh yeah, the SS edition. Hitler deodorant by Hugo Boss. Didn't he make their fucking outfits?
Yeah, he did.
As Hugo Boss.
Mm.
Yeah,
Oh,
That's why they fucking
And
all
they're
look
still
so
around.
good.
they were some suave baddies, you know.
Well, I've heard that like if they shut down all the companies and whatnot that was involved in
With the Nazis.
then like so many German companies would have gone
Mercedes.
because like
yeah, you
they,
didn't have a
didn't
choice.
didn't have a choice.
Yeah, it's like, hey,
Make us a suit.
Need you
He's
to
like,
make me this shit
right.
in 2 hours. 9.
9.
He never did shit after that.
Mm.
He died basically. That came off a little better in my head, but
This is Lambo's Hitler deodorant
yeah,
moment.
my
Hey,
my
man.
brain just stopped working. It's a bit hot in here.
Can I just add something to my never-ending list of? It's a very brief one, but it's my what the fuck Germany list.
What's the deal? It should
What's
be-
the deal?
Let's keep this PG. I was actually going to say that before you go ahead on this thing here,
Yeah.
that we should have before every episode a little explicit language warning for all the viewers, so they know that I'm going to be saying the word fuck. Because
sure.
We should say it at the end to fight the system.
yeah, I also,
Just in case you didn't find out by listening to that
Language
pod.
warning for the previous hour.
blank,
the
blank,
next-
blank, blank.
On the next episode of Big Dick Players, it's gonna be a lot of blanks.
He's shooting blanks. That's another one for shooting blanks is coming bad loads. You know, you're not making babies out of his loads.
Please don't call it baby batter.
Discharge?
It's just-
What do you want? What would you prefer?
It ruined the word batter for Brody. He's like, fuck,
I like battered fish.
can't make anything with batter ever again. Just gonna be thinking of Sean's cum. For whatever reason, he's just like,
Thanks for elaborating.
can't have any of this batter that I just made. God damn it.
Be better.
I got a whole tub of batter at home and I can't
Gotta
use
throw
it now.
that shit out.
Hey,
Thanks.
sorry that I didn't invent the English language.
Yeah, you should be sorry. You should be sorry.
Brody finds the perfect girl. She's like, give me all that batter. He's like, oh, you gotta go. You gotta go.
Give me that Brody batter. I'm like, no, this is over. Sorry. I had a traumatic experience once.
Oh, man.
Man, do you remember Kendrick like looking at the weather on his phone? It's like, ooh, it says here that it's 22 degrees. And then you scroll down and it says it also feels like it's 22 degrees.
Oh, yeah, that was
And he's
pretty
like,
funny.
don't tell me how it feels. You're a fucking phone. I know how it feels. It feels sticky.
Yeah, I always find that to be like hilarious when your phone tells you what it feels
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
Where you're just like, how the fuck does that make sense to me? Oh, it's 30 degrees. Feels like 28.5. Like, what the fuck?
I know this never used to be part of the weather.
Yeah, it's
like
like-
now it's like, oh, it's 22, but it feels like 24.
Yeah.
I can answer that if you want.
All right, Brody, let's hear it.
I believe it's got to do with the
gonna cut
dew
this part
point.
out. We're gonna cut this part out.
So like a humid 25 will feel hotter than a dry 25 because the humidity in the air makes it feel hotter
I
than
agree
water.
with that, but what I'm saying is that, like, your phone's telling you how it feels, but you're just
Yeah,
like,
it's like-
just tell me it's 25. I'll feel how it feels
I'll
when I
feel
go
how
outside.
it feels.
Yeah, I'll feel how it feels. You don't need to tell me how it feels.
There's never a moment where I look at the weather, like the forecast, and I see the temperature, it's like 26. I'm not like, oh, scroll down and see what it feels like.
Yeah.
I know what 26 is going to feel like and what I'm going to need for that day. Because I'm a big dick player, you know what I'm saying?
I guess it was
not
just
like
if
these
you're
millennials.
interested in weather, like, because there's like a temperature, and then there's also
Yeah, but you don't need to see what it feels like. You can look at the other shit as well. Like, what's the wind? That's more important. Because if it's
basically.
windy, I'd rather know that than
it's
it
like, oh, hey, I
feels-
need a windbreaker or some shit, you know?
But
I
that's
look-
like the
I look-
wind chill factor. That's
I want to
just
know if
the
it's raining. I
the
want to
other
know
thing.
if it's windy. That's basically it.
But that's what it's telling you. It's
And the
saying,
temperature.
It's saying
Not-
if it's like 5 degrees but feels like 3, it means there's probably 5 degrees in a non-windy spot, but outside it's going to be wind chill of 2 degrees, so it's going to feel like 3.
That motherfucker tell me it's 3.
But it's not 3, it's 5.
Hey, man, there's wind everywhere. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's wind
I've
everywhere.
breathed it before, yes.
Except
I
for
know
this
it.
apartment, this fucking hot
it's-
box.
Except this, in this area.
We're in the one spot where there is zero breeze.
This is where the phone was right. It feels like 15.
I wonder what my phone says it feels like now, actually.
So the phone starts acting up. Motherfucker, you be talking shit? Well, it don't feel like shit now. It's just hot in this bitch.
Now you want to know what it feels like.
Yeah. I bet you wish you knew what it felt like.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Siri's like, I can't help you.
It's too fucking hot.
Yeah. I don't even tell the temperature anymore.
Sorry, what's the temperature? Fuck off.
Feels like you need to learn some manners, motherfucker.
Time for you to get a thermometer.
But yeah, I agree. The feels like thing is a bit.
I don't know. It's funny, but I just thought it was funny how Kendrick gets
He went off on
angry
it.
about. Yeah,
There's
don't tell
a-
me how to feel.
Yeah, it was a good moment. It was a good moment.
Does have a lot of opinions on a lot of things.
Yes.
I want to know what goes on in his head.
It's one of those jokes where you got to be there in the moment to fully enjoy it. You know, when you retell it, you get a bit of the joy, but not all of it.
You need his passion.
You need his hate and his
Your
anger.
hatred.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like his frustration. But I need to have a pause and open some windows because
Yeah,
my ears are getting real hot. So we can always record a little more.
that'll be it for now on the Big Dick Players.
We got-
this is all for this week's episode.
Of the Big Dick Players. I mean, the
Maybe, possibly. Maybe there's more. Keep listening.
Next week on Big Dick Players, the blanks blank the blank and blanks.
You gotta be blanking kidding me. This blank right here.
is blankerific.
You can't say blank. Well, I just did.
Goddamn blanker.